Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte. I absolutely love this foundation, but I haven't worn it in a long time just because summer has been here, and it's a little bit of a thicker foundation, so it's not necessarily the funnest to wear in summer, but I did kind of miss it, and I absolutely love it, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I'm going to be taking my Jessup Round Top. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop on my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15. Just using my tapered kabuki to blend it out. Still setting my face with my Ben Nye Luxury Powder in the shade Cameo. And now I'm going to take the banana shade from the Anastasia Contour palette and just set my under eye with it. This is my Joe Fresh bronzer duo. I'm going to use that to bronze up with just that bronzer shade and my Sigma F30. I'm just like obsessed with this shade. It gives me just the most natural, nice bronze. And for contouring, I'm going to take this shade right here. So for blush, I want something really natural, but still a little bit more pinky. So I'm going to use this Blossom Blusher by LadyKin, and I got this in my Memebox. I have all the info about Memebox down below if anyone is interested. So I'm just taking a little bit of that, and I just like to sit it right on top of my bronzer. I don't really like to put it on the apples of my cheeks just because I do have a rounder face. So I just like to sit it right on top of my bronzer in a diagonal way, just so that it does help slim my face down as well. And I'm going to take that same bronzer duo and just take that highlight shade. It's really pretty, but it's really subtle, so it's not too much. And then I'm going to pop on my the Balm's Mary Loumanizer just to give it a more dramatic highlight. So now it is time for the brows. You guys already know the drill. I'm going to go ahead and do it with my Anastasia No. 12 brush and my DipBrow in dark brown, and I'll go ahead and be right back. Okay, so now that we're all up close and personal, we're going to go ahead and get started with the eyes. Of course, I'm going to prime with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So now we're going to go ahead and work on the crease so that we can go ahead and put the navy blue on the lid. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put the shade Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek. It's just this shade right here. It's just a really light, like peach shade. It barely even shows up. I'm actually going to mix that in with Creme Brûlée by Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to take that and dust it right into the crease. It's just going to give us the lightest transition. So now I'm going to take Creme Brûlée on its own and go right on top of that just to kind of give us a little bit of a deeper transition. With no product on the brush, I'm just going to go ahead and fluff it really like loosely in circular motions. So now I'm going to take my Balm's, what is this called? Nude Tude palette, and I'm going to take the shade Sultry right here. I absolutely love this shade. It's this perfect like camel, caramel, tanny, warm brown shade. I absolutely adore it. So I'm going to go ahead and take that on a fluffy brush. This is the E40 still. I'm not going to be as loose when I'm blending it though. I'm not going to go all crazy and all over the place. I'm going to kind of just keep it into that crease. It's not going to be extremely precise, but it's just not going to be as loose as like the transition would be. Putting this brown shade just helps the navy blue have something to work up and blend into and have something to fade gradually into. So you can basically choose whichever kind of browns you want to pair with your navy blue. I'm choosing to go with more of like a camel, really warm tan caramel kind of brown. So that's it for the crease for now. We're gonna go ahead and put a navy blue shadow on our lid. I own a few different navy blues, but I really like this one because it's navy, but it's not too deep in navy to the point where you might mistaken it for a black smoky eye. It has enough royal blue in it so that you know it's like a navy blue smoky eye. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. If I find that it's too bright, because I still want this look to be a little bit of a deeper navy, I can just go ahead and like mix a little bit of a darker shade. Okay, so to go ahead and fluff this navy all over the lid, I'm going to just take this really big eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to take the brush, dip it into the shadow, and put that all over the lid. I'm not going to go too close to the crease because I'm going to get a smaller brush for that. But for now, I'm just going to take this brush and pack it on. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch to a smaller brush. I probably shouldn't have even used the bigger brush. So just go ahead and use a smaller brush. This is a this is an e.l.f. Eyeshadow brush. I really like this one. It's more of like a flat shader. So something like this will do. And by the way, this is Milani's gel powder eyeshadow in the shade Bella Navy. So once it looks like this and you got all those harsh lines and everything, this is when you want to stop packing on the shadow and go ahead and take your blending brush. Take that same crease shade, whatever crease shade you choose. I'm going to take Sultry from the Nude 2 palette and go back into the crease. And again, I'm not going to go so crazy and like go all over the place and fluff it around. I'm going to keep it in that crease. And just keep in mind that blending is key and that you're going to have to go back and forth with packing on the color, blending again, packing on the lid color, blending again. So it's just like a process. I'm just taking a smaller, more tapered blending brush just for that inner corner. Just so that it can get in there. So going back in with packing on the Milani blue shadow. And I'm just going to put a little bit more on and make it more vibrant. And again, take the smaller tapered brush. This one is from RC Cosmetics. I got it in the 15-piece set. Now that the inner corner is blended, I'm going to take the same E40 blending brush and blend it out. You also, you want to blend enough so that it looks flawless, but you don't want to blend too much to the point where the colors are gone, but you just don't want there to be any harsh lines. So now I'm just going to go back in with this tapered blending brush and take the shade Creme Brûlée. Just really lightly, I'm going to go right into that line where the crease and the lid meet. And just go right over it and just make sure that there's no harsh lines and that it's a nice gradual fade. Now I'm going to take the blue shadow again and deepen it up even more. Now when you deepen it up for the last time, just try to stick a little bit further from the crease. Just so that when you're blending it, it doesn't take off too much of the shadow. And you're not getting that harsh line so that you don't really have to blend it out that much into the crease. And you can kind of keep a little bit of the color still. So I'm going ahead and taking my blending brush and taking the shade Shimma from Makeup Geek and just putting a little bit of it on and just kind of dusting it right in this inner corner area where you tend to kind of get a little bit of darkness, just because I don't want the crease shade to kind of sit in there and make that area look deep and sunken in. And then I'm going to take a small kabuki brush by Dress Up and just rub right along there to get a little bit more of a precise line, just so that it doesn't look messy. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to use that same shade that I have in the crease just to pull the look together. I'm going to be taking Sultry on a E30 brush by Sigma. And now for the inner corner, I'm going to take Shimma by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to put that in the tear duct. Now we're going to do some winged liner. You know how the drill goes. I'm going to do it off camera just to save time. I do have a winged liner tutorial. I'm also going to be doing my lashes. I'm just going to apply a little bit of my L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Excess Mascara and then throw on some lashes. Okay, so I went ahead and did my lashes, liner, all of that jazz. I will link down below all of the products that I used for that process. I did just put a nude liner in the inner corner waterline and then a black liner on the outer corner waterline. But like I said, I'll leave those products down below. Now onto the lips to finish up the look. For the lips, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with Essence lip liner in the nude. Then I'm going to be using a new lipstick that Essence actually came out with. They came out with these new long-lasting lip colors. So this is in the one that's called Nude Love. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one today. So that is pretty much the completed look. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it turned out really nice, and I think it's like a good transition makeup look from summer to fall, because you still have, you know, some lightness with the lip. You're not doing anything too vampy and dark, but you are doing a little more of a darker mid-tone kind of smoky eye. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the makeup look, please give me a like, thumbs up. It would mean a lot, and it does help me out a lot. It also lets me know what kind of looks you guys like, what videos you guys like, so that I can keep on doing them for you guys. So yeah, this is pretty much it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll of course see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. And we both decided to give you a look with a really bright, like really different lip color that you wouldn't really play with every single day. So if you want to see what look she came up with and what bright lip color she chose,